Hurricanes coach Chris Boyd warns it will be disrespectful to underestimate Super Team's contribution to All Blacks. Hurricanes coach Chris Boyd warns it will be disrespectful to underestimate Super Team's contribution to All Blacks. Chris Boyd doesn't regret revealing he hasn't spoken to Steve Hansen for 3 years, but said that relationship is in stark contrast to the dealings he has with the other All Blacks coaches. While Hurricanes coach Boyd is sticking by recent comments that he and All Blacks head coach Hansen don't keep in touch, he said it would be wrong to interpret that as a dig at the national team. Because although Boyd says Hansen steers clear of the Hurricanes, the organisation still sees plenty of All Blacks assistant coaches Mike Cron, Ian Foster, Wayne Smith, who has since left and been replaced by Scott McLeod. I think the franchises generally have a very good relationship with the All Black coaches, Boyd said after the Hurricanes beat the Crusaders 43-22 in a warm-up game in Greymouth on Friday night. Crono, Fossey and Smithy came in regularly and stormy. McLeod is about, but, you know, I said I haven't seen Shag Hansen in 3 years. And he hasn't been in our environment in 3 years. He may choose to operate like that and that's fine. If people have misinterpreted that there's not a good relationship between the Super Rugby clubs and the All Blacks, that is wrong. I think there is. But that is not represented by Shag. The fact Boyd, who will join English club Northampton at the end of Super Rugby, has not heard from Hansen for such a long period doesn't bother the man who guided the Hurricanes to their first Super Rugby title in 2016. Would he like to hear more from Hansen? Oh, not really, Boyd shrugged. At the end of the day he gets his information from where he needs to get it from. Boyd, however, wanted to make it clear that no one should underestimate what the 5 Super Rugby teams contribute to the national squad. All Blacks, who have been coached by Hansen since 2012, may be the top-ranked team on the planet, but Boyd emphasised it was important to remember how much work was done by coaches and organisations from under that top tier. And it would be foolish to forget that the super clubs are the lifeblood of the All Blacks, Boyd reiterated. And I think one of the reasons the All Blacks have done really well, they have been a really good group over the last 10 years. We have lots of talent and lots of ability. But I think there has been some really good work done across all the franchises in helping to prepare those guys to come to be All Blacks, from a game understanding, from a skill and physical point of view. Yes, they have to go to another level with the All Blacks, but I think it would be disrespectful if anyone thought the super clubs weren't making a contribution to what the All Blacks actually get to deal with. Given he is leaving at the end of the season, Boyd would obviously like to end his 4-year tenure with another title. Given the All Blacks management have told Super Rugby teams they must surrender some of their best players to camps during the competition, Boyd knows his task of preparing for key games will be compromised. And that is frustrating. It is not tidy for anyone, he said. Because at the end of the day, generally those guys that go to the All Blacks are the guys that are key to your environment. So not to have them at the start of the week and then play a game 2 days later, is really short of high performance in my mind. I think the bit that I was disappointed about, I am not sure that all relevant parties to that decision ever got in a room and chewed it over.